Have you ever registered a complaint, lodged it with someone or some company because you weren't happy with the product or the service you received? Now, there are some organisations, firms, and they have whole complaint departments. Imagine that being a job. Maybe it is, and you have to sift through so many of them every day, and you have to decide whether they're worthy of being taken further. Well, today in our psalm, it's Psalm 64, and David, he's got a real complaint. Who does he go to? His mates, his enemies, those he's got a real issue with, that he's been dealt with by them really unjustly and unfairly? No, he goes straight to the top. My brothers and sister, when we were growing up, we called my mum the queen of refunds. Mum could get a refund anywhere, in any shop, if something was faulty. And she taught us, look, anytime you've got a problem, go straight to the top. Always ask for the manager. Well, David doesn't quibble with who he should go to. He knows that he goes to God. He pours his heart out to him because he knows he's going to listen to him properly. Maybe you've complained before and you just felt that you've not been taken seriously, or they've maybe not even read it. It's just been filed away somewhere. Well, this isn't the case when we go to God with things that are really on our heart, things that cause us real upset and concern. He's there and he's ready to listen. He's our loving Heavenly Father, and he enjoys it when we pour our hearts out to him. As David does this, as we work our way through the psalm, we read a couple of words at the beginning of verse 7. I love them. But God. But God, the God of perfect justice, intervenes, comes to the aid of his people. He can't but. He has to do that. He's covenant bound to us. That's his first natural response anyway, when he hears that his children are overwhelmed and needy and crying out to him for help. As I reflected on this Psalm 64, though, those two words, but God, they took me to the New Testament. They also took me to the book of Romans and Romans 5, verse 8, and one of my favourite verses where it begins, but God demonstrates his love towards us, in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Oh, we've got a God who's given us everything, even his Son, because he loves us so much. So when it comes to justice and needing it and complaints that are legitimate that we have, let's take them to him in great confidence.